Cyberbullying is a form of harassment that takes place over the digital devices. There are 8 main types of cyberbullying, including sending threatening comments, messages, images, filming and posting victims' embarrassing videos, deceiving victims for obtaining personal information, or excluding someone out of a social group. Do you know 7% of Canadians experience cyberbullying? 1 in 10 Canadian children experience online harassment. 17% of Canadians aged 18 to 24 suffer from cyberbullying. 71% of cyberbullying victims were females. Cyberbullying increased the suicide risk and may cause anxiety, physical and mental disorder, or sleeping difficulty. But when people discuss how to protect ourselves, the solution they came up to is not to share your privacy online that can be accessed by others, and then report cyberbullying at once if it happens. But do they really solve the problem? No. This advice only solves problems when others want to bully with the user's private information, like body shame or intimidate through cell phones. But what's more often, netizens will post aggressive or hateful language to attack someone, destroy their confidence and self-esteem with text and images. Cyberbullying is so hard to stop because no matter on legislation level or ethical level, the injuries are hard to regulate and discipline. Internet provides distance and a certain level of anonymity, which makes people feel they can take no responsibility for their words. This environment becomes the hotbed of fake news, hate speech, and cyberbullying. Freedom of speech is the core concept of a developing online community in many countries, but most of regulation of hate speech is immersed in the criminal laws. Also, the vague line between freedom and illegal online speech make detection of hate speech more difficult. In Canada, the criminal code defines hate speech as indictable offense, intended hate speech, and communicating inside hatred in public against identifiable group that leads to breach of the peace. In the US, the First Amendment protects the freedom of speech except threatening, harassing, incitement to illegality speech. However, can an improper speech targeted to victim evaluated as hate speech, really up to the judges? Sometimes the speeches we feel hatred and mean are implied and obscure, that it would be hard for judges to define these languages. Silencing of AI is used to help social media platforms to remove hate speech, but humans are much smarter than robots. They understand how to avoid AI detection by changing a few of words or including words in an image. The reason why robot is relied on for removing improper speech is that not only for speeding up or reducing labor pressure, but what's more important is that the government, the companies know it would be so hard to build a healthy and peaceful online environment by only asking all users to be moral, kind, and speak out good. There must be conflicts of culture, ideology, and mind once the internet connected the world into one community. Waiting for AI to be stronger and perfect is not realistic so far. We should make some progress on the user side. Adding more laws and regulation to punish cyberbullying is a good path, but we shouldn't spend much time on accurately define hate speech in law. In the real world, we've learned how to communicate with others at home, at school. Then why there's no such a course to teach online speech manner? A social media norm can be built only if we teach people how to do, from kids, generation by generation. With a mature law, I believe we can reach the ideal social media environment in the future.